I don't know how I'd characterize the Kavanaugh hearings. You were there. I don't know, maybe in hindsight, you think differently about what went on back then. I remember you were with Senator Flake, and I remember the way it went, the former Senator Flake, and I guess, relative to a lot of what went on, you were fairly reasonable, I think. Are you going to meet with ACB? That's the new name. It was RGB, now it's Amy Coney Barrett. Would you meet with her? We've already had Blumenthal, senator from Connecticut, and Herona say they won't even meet with her. Would you meet with her?
Well, three things, if I could, quickly. Whether I talk with her by phone or meet with her in person, I haven't resolved yet because we're in the middle of a pandemic. It's just one more thing this pandemic has upended is how we work in the Senate. I don't think we should be moving ahead at all. We should be focusing in the next 36 days in getting this pandemic relief package passed. But I will participate in the hearings because I think it's important that the American people hear questions of Judge Barrett about her publicly stated views on repealing the Affordable Care Act. I'll remind you, Joe, 100 million Americans have pre-existing conditions, 7 million more with this pandemic, and those pre-existing condition protections in the ACA are on the docket of the Supreme Court the week after the election. Judge Barrett has spoken publicly about how she doesn't think this is constitutional, and President Trump has said he will put someone on the court who will help repeal the Affordable Care Act. There's no replacement plan. To me, to strip away health care and health protections from a majority of Americans in the middle of a pandemic is grossly irresponsible. You heard Senator Cruz say the Republicans want to keep pre-existing. You know, I'm always nice to you. I hear you got a really nice... How?
You got a really nice son.
I mean, they say that, but they have no bill to do it.
You have a really nice son named Mike, a handsome young redhead.
Yes.
All right, so I'm going to be nice to you from now on. I understand he's a good guy at Penn, and so that's why I go so easy on you all the time. So, and you must have a great father. So I'm just going to... I'll leave it at that. But I'm not sure you want to go... That last Kavanaugh thing, Senator, have you rethought some of what went on there? I mean, I think it may set this up for a little bit more courtesy when it happens. Don't you think? That wasn't good for anyone, was it?
Oh, I think the Kavanaugh confirmation hearings and process were sharply divisive for the country. That much is clear. And it shredded a lot of the respect of the committee members for each other. We saw the process and the facts in sharply different ways. During the first round of those hearings, I really focused on now Justice Kavanaugh's views on executive power. He's a brilliant jurist. I've known Justice Kavanaugh since we were in law school together, and he clerked here in Wilmington. But he has views that are well outside the mainstream on the power of the president to reach down and control executive branch agencies that are currently independent. Right. And that was my main focus. Right. With Judge Barrett, I'll be focusing on policy issues, on jurisprudence, the sorts of things that I think should and ought to be in front of us on the Judiciary Committee as we consider someone. But that doesn't make me any less outraged at how we are racing through with very little time to look at her record and background and very little time for us to conduct thorough hearings just to meet a partisan objective, which is filling this seat before the election.